Hi guys, Kim here. Welcome to Backyard Blooms. Today we're going to talk about peonies. We're going to talk about the top 10 facts about peonies. And the first one, the number one fact is they like a sunny location and well-drained soil. So you can see here in my hydrangea garden, and that's what my hydrangeas are looking like here in December. And these are where my peonies are. So they're definitely in a sunny location and they're on a good slope here, so they have well-drained soil. Fact number two is they do not like to be planted deep into the ground. So when you get your root, the root should be the very top of the soil, level with the soil, or even if you get like a bare root, they don't like to be any more deeper than 1 to 1.5 inches deep into the ground. So I would highly suggest 1 inch deep into the ground, because here in my garden, they are covered with mulch, which is the reason why I'm doing this video today. It's because I had no idea that peonies liked a cool period, in that if you have mulch on top of your peonies, and that could keep them from blooming. So number one, if they're planted too deep, peonies will not bloom. So keep that in mind. So if you had your peonies in the ground for more than 2 to 3 years and they have not bloomed yet, then that might be the number one thing, is they're planted too deep. And I'm also going to remove all my mulch today from my peonies, because that will actually make them even deeper into the ground. So you can see in my garden right here that I had all this mulch that was laying on top of my peony. So I just removed all this mulch right here and spread it back, and I think I could see some of the roots that I have from the peony right there. But right here by my drip line, you can see some of the new growth right there from those peonies. So that's normal. And so I'm hoping you can see some of the old growth right there. So I'm hoping by removing, like, there was probably about 2 inches or a good inch of mulch that was laying on top of these peonies, and that will keep them from giving them the cold period that they need. So I came out here today and removed all the mulch that where I believe were my peonies from last year. And you can see right here, this is some of the old growth that I had from my peonies last year. So they're just, gonna break off right there, but at least I had a little bit to see where the peonies were last year. So just remove all the mulch. If you have peonies in your garden and you want them to bloom next year, I think I've got, I'm not sure where they're at, but I think I have some peonies around in here somewhere. So I'm not sure where, so I'm just going to pull all this mulch back in this location right here. And I got a lot of mulch, in hopes that I find where I planted some of those peonies. Let me move back a little bit. So that's where I removed all the mulch from the area that I had the peonies. Let me swing around here. And I think, I don't know, I know I had at least 3 or 4 peonies planted somewhere in this location. So I'm just kind of moving it all back, just in case. I know I had 4. I had 4 peonies in this location right there, and then I had another peony up here in the very front of my flower garden. Let's walk up here and show you my hydrangea garden with the emerald green arborvitaes, what they look like this time of year, and the gorgeous lemon coral sedum. But right in this location, right here, I had another peony, and I think that's the roots from it right there. But also just removed the mulch from that location as well. So fact number 3 is what peonies symbolize, and I thought this was quite lovely what they mean, and let me tell you what they mean. They symbolize love, honor, happiness, wealth, romance, and beauty, and even given on special occasions, they give expression of goodwill, best wishes, and joy. So when I look at a peony, like, it definitely does have, and you can't deny the beauty of a peony. It is the most gorgeous and one of my favorite type of flowers, and it's a shame that it only blooms just, like 2 weeks out of the year. So fact number 4 is that peonies are considered perennials, which means they come back year after year. So you will get blooms year after year after year. Once they are established in the garden, they can last for centuries, so they could actually outlive you. So fact number 5 is that they do need a cool period to bloom, which this is something that I actually did not know and I just recently learned. So that's another reason why I came out and removed this mulch from my peonies, and why I'm actually doing it here in December, because I would love to see some blooms from my peonies this spring. Last year I had, I believe, maybe just 3 blooms that I had total out of my 4 peonies that I planted. Now, given that they do take a period to get established, but they do need a cool period. So I do believe Janie just gave a video about this from the Dig, Plant, Repeat. I'm not sure about the exact title, but I'll throw it up on the screen. But actually, she lives in California in 9B, which I am a zone 8. And we do get chilly here in our winters, down to, I'm going to say, in the 20s to 30s cold temperature, which this December has been the coldest temperature on record since the 1980s, I believe. So we're definitely going to get a cold period this winter. But she's actually putting ice on her peonies for a 3 to 4 week period in hopes to get her peonies to bloom. So fact number 6 about peonies is that they bloom late April and May, but May is the time that they actually flourish into your garden. Fact number 7 is that peonies do not need ants for them to bloom. So that's a myth, but they do secrete a sugary substance that do attract the ants. So it is suggested that you do plant your peonies away from the house because they will attract ants, but they do not need to have ants to be able to bloom. Fact number 8 is that peonies are easy to grow into your garden. They do make a great cut flower, and they are a very popular springtime flower. Fact number 9, that it does take 3 to 4 years for peonies to get established into your garden. The very first year we're mainly focused on root production, but once they are established in your garden, like I said, they will last for centuries, and they may outlast you also. Fact number 10 is that you can replant peonies. September is the most ideal time before you go into winter dormancy, but if you have to, you can replant in the springtime before their new buds start to appear in the springtime, and it's best to get your whole entire root system when you're digging up your peonies to replant. So I hope you enjoyed these top 10 fun facts about peonies. I truly love peonies and I love to have them into my garden. So if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want more fun facts about plants, make sure you hit the subscribe button for me and hit the like button so YouTube knows that you like my content. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.